dear audience. I hope you all must be fine. So I welcome you all in this new video. Well, today I'm going to talk about IELTS preparation. It's the most important topic. It's the most important preparation. People are very much conscious about this preparation. So first of all, I just want to share a few things regarding IELTS. IELTS, International English Language Testing System. It's a test basically. It's designed by the native speakers. If you want to go for higher studies in abroad, if you want to go for immigration purpose, so you need to appear in IELTS exam. IELTS has two categories. The first, IELTS journal. The other is IELTS academic. So if you are going for any study purpose, you need to appear for IELTS academic. And if you are going to go for immigration purposes, then you need to appear for IELTS journal. IELTS has 9 bands. There are two authorities, appropriate authorities who are conducting this test. One is BC, Stanford British Council. The other one is AEO, Australian English Organization. Am I right? So it depends on you. Both are having this authority that their test and result is acceptable throughout the world. You can apply anywhere in the universe, in the world, anywhere, in any university, in any college for higher studies. This is general intro. In IELTS we have 9 bands, and IELTS is divided into 4 modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The total time of IELTS is 2 hours and 44 minutes. But don't worry, it's not something that is going to happen in one sitting. Actually, IELTS test is divided into 2 parts: listening, reading, and writing. That is in one sitting. And speaking might be before 2 days of this test or after 2 days of this test. Fine. The time for listening, reading, writing, and speaking, all are having 9 bands. Fine. And the scoring criteria is that if you get 7 in one module, for example in listening, and 7 in speaking, and 6.5 in reading, and 6.5 similar in writing, so your overall score will be 7. How? There is no concept of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 or 0.4. Either it's 1 or it's half, mean 0.5. So if your score is more than 6.5, mean if you take the average of these scores which I have just shared, like it can be like 6.7 to 8, so the round figure will be 7. And if your score will be less than 6.5, like for example 6.2 or 3, so the round figure will be 6.5. So this is the scoring criteria. Now, the total time for IELTS listening is 30 minutes. This is the time you need to appear in the test. Then 10 minutes will be given to you in the end of that listening test. And these 10 minutes are not included in the IELTS test. These 10 minutes are actually for the transferring time. You need to solve the whole paper of listening on the question paper while listening to audios. After that, all those answers which you have mentioned on the question paper, you need to transfer it on the answer sheet. You will be provided an answer sheet as well. Second thing, IELTS reading required 60 minutes, and it contains 3 long passages, around 1500 to 2500 words, divided into 3 passages. Fine, it's not difficult. IELTS reading is a bit challenging because actually we are not habitual of having reading practices. That's why sometimes the students usually don't manage time, are unable to manage time. That's why they feel some kind of difficulty. Third thing, IELTS writing, it also contains 60 minutes. 60 minutes is divided into 2 parts. There are 2 tasks basically in IELTS writing, task 1 and task 2. If you are applying for IELTS academic, in task 1 you need to write down a report of 150 words while containing 20 minutes for this task. Task 2, if you are going to apply for IELTS academic, task 2, you are going to write down an essay of around 250 to 300 words, and it contains 40 minutes. So 40 plus 20 is equal to 60 minutes. This is the time division. If you are applying for general purpose, then in task 1, instead of report writing, you need to write down a letter, a small letter. Fine. And the format of letter is very easy. It's not difficult. So 60 minutes is for writing. Now come to speaking. I personally feel that speaking is a bonus module in IELTS because it has very minimum time. It contains 11 to 14 minutes and it has 3 parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3. Part 1 is general introduction, general questions about you, about your hobbies, education, family, interests, eating habits and sports. Getting me? And the second part is a bit challenging because it's the individual long term. You need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll be given a topic, you need to prepare, you'll be given a time to prepare some notes, and then you need to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Fine. Part 3 is 80% related to part 2. The questions are a bit lengthy. You'll be asked some questions and you need to give some logical answer to those questions in third part, that is speaking. Just little practice, you can get maximum. In listening, you can get maximum. Sometimes just students suffer in reading and writing. Fine. So this is a general introduction about IELTS. Yes, similarly, just remember, IELTS is basically a game, just like a game of chess. If you know more tips, techniques, how to handle IELTS, you can get maximum. Honestly speaking, it doesn't matter you are a PhD doctor or you are just a graduate. If why I have given an example of a chess, for example, if I am a PhD doctor and if you are just a graduate, but you have more practice and you have more tips and techniques of playing chess game, you can win the game easily. So where will be my PhD degree standing? So it depends on the tips and techniques. There is actually a fear created in the mind of people that you cannot get good score. It's a very gigantic thing. It's a very huge thing. It's something that is not possible. No, it's just a fear. It's a game of tips and techniques. And usually, if people don't know about the techniques, tips, if you know more tips and techniques, you can easily get good score. So in the next video, we'll be talking about one by one the tips, techniques, how to handle listening module, writing module, reading module, and speaking module. So I hope that if you listen all these videos, you can easily prepare IELTS exam and you will not be required to go anywhere for preparation purposes. I hope you like this video and this video will be helpful for you. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now. See you very soon.